What up, y'all? Welcome back to yet another episode of Luis el Apóstol Feliz. Got another random act of kindness. I do want to, before I begin, I do want to thank Virginia Sanchez, who is Eloise's mom. And thank you for this little gift or random act of kindness. So we're going to show you guys what it is. And in this video, I'm going to go more in depth on what I think about this model. And if this could be in real life, if this was a real life car, what should it be based on? So, let's talk about, thank you, Virginia Sanchez, for this awesome little gift, act of kindness. Obviously, y'all know what it is. It's Hot Wheels. Obviously, it is Hot Wheels. It does say Drag Nator. Looks super cool. Now, I can tell you right off the bat, this is not based on anything in... This is not... This is a fantasy casting, meaning that this is not based on anything in particular, but it does take inspiration of, cars you see in the real world. So, I said Drag Nator. So, obviously it's a drag car. So, I'm gonna show you guys the back. Nothing too fancy, nothing, no official licensing, or anything. So, I want to keep this card art in pristine condition. Ooh. There we go. So obviously right here, it is a pickup truck, but it does have a little wing in the back. Obviously, this isn't going for much realism, but it does have your roll bar right there. Love the interior, but honestly, this could be basically based on a old school truck, if I'm gonna be honest. But again, not a lot of realism with these Hot Wheels cars. When you look at Matchbox, when you look at its sister cousin, Matchbox, they're more known towards realism. And, obviously, they're more known for realism and, they make more, realistic cars. As for Hot Wheels, obviously they're being a little more creative, and some people at Hot Wheels, they say, the fulano with making real cars. That's boring. But Love the stance though. What I am gonna have to zonk right off the bat is you do get a plastic body, which is a little bit of a missed opportunity, and plastic tires. But the redeeming factor is you got a metal base. Y'all heard correctly. Metal base on a mainline. That is amazing. Now, nothing opens. Nothing opens. You can see right there. You can see right there inside. You do see the base and your. Real cars don't have a visible tonneau cover. So they're not going after a brand in particular, but it does have your little lines there. 1, 2, 3. Your 1, 2, 3, 4. Your little 3 lines. You do have your roll cage in there. But I love the gloss black. Right there. So, it does have flames in there. Obviously, it's a drag truck. But it is based on an old school truck. The other zonk that I have for this is you don't get taillight print. And that to me is a no-no. But I get it. They're trying to cut costs when in the assembly process, because we're comparing apples to apples. We're not comparing Hot Wheels to a Greenlight, because a Greenlight does have rubber tires, metal on metal, and yeah, no opening parts either. But I'm okay with it. So let's talk about if this Drag Nator would come to the real life. If this were to be a real life vehicle, I'm gonna say this could be easily a 1990s Ford Lobo, or perhaps a modern day Ford Maverick. Or this could be based on a Ram 1500. But y'all let me know in the comments bar below. Would you think if this would be based on a real world truck, should it be a Ford or Chevy? Let me know in the comments bar below. But again, do want to thank Virginia Sanchez for this awesome little truck. Even though this is not my cup of tea, I still love this. This is a dandy of a model, because when you look at Hot Wheels, they're aiming towards creativity. they're not aiming towards realism and, you know, having everything super realistic and licensed, officially licensed product by X, officially licensed by Y or Z. You know, the goal with Hot Wheels is they're aiming more with the creativity side of things rather than realism and cool factor like Matchbox. You know, Matchbox, they're more, you know, serious. They're more they're more, you know, of a brand that wants to compete with other brands. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys found this useful. Make sure you guys comment, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, Ms. Sanchez for this awesome little truck. Man, I got spoiled this weekend with my UPS, my motorcycle, and now this. Woo! I got spoiled. So, thank you guys for watching. Catch y'all next time. And until next time, take care, be well. I'll see y'all in the next review. Luis el Apóstol Feliz.